Hello there, everyone. How are we doing today? So it is Sunday, and that means I need to look at my goals, both my health goals, one rental at a time, social media, all of that good stuff. And again, goals are important. Uh, if you don't know my story, I was in sales for the better part of 20 years, have been on a commission plan since I was 15 or so, back selling hardware at good old Sears and Roebuck. So I understand. I understand what it takes to move forward. I understand what it takes to break goals down, make them trackable, enforceable. So again, we are about to enter the second half of 2020. And 2020 has been a rough year, right? It started with the fires in Australia and is continuing on with the craziness that we're all experiencing now. And I'm here to tell you it's probably not going to get any better, right? We not only have the event that is going on now, but we have a national election which promises to be the most toxic, polarizing, negative that we have ever experienced. So with that said, what can you do in the second half, right? If you're watching this channel, you're likely interested in real estate, you're interested in money. I would tell you, at least as of the beginning of July, in most markets, supply is low. This is not a time to make big bets. This is a time to get smart, do your homework, research, get comfortable, build confidence, and get ready to pounce when and if the stress finally hits the fan, if you know what I mean. So in the end, I think it is time to learn. If you need help with that, I can. There's a link below. If not, take the 75-day hard challenge. It is 100% free. Big playlist on this channel. And again, we are here to help. So let me share my goals. How would I characterize last week? Last week was okay. Last week was okay. So again, we are in week 4. I break down my year into 13-week chunks. That means we do this 4 times. I have been doing this weekly all the way back since December 1st. So now about 7 months worth. You can go back and take a look. For me, it always starts with health. Health is wealth. It doesn't know how much money you have, all of that. If you are unhealthy, it's not good. For me, it's summertime, so a little vanity out there, trying to get a 6-pack abs as a near 50-year-old. So we'll see what happens. Working out every day, not always hard. Sometimes the body needs a break, but we'll do a hike or something. So that is now a habit. Typically, frankly, work out after I record these morning videos for you. So right about 10 o'clock or so, it's good. Fasting, we're doing about 5 days a week now. This is a big deal. I'd never done it. You can go back and watch the December 1st through February 29th period to see it was very changing for me. The extra sit-ups, not doing those as often in the evening as I would like. My workouts during the day are pretty intense. So yeah, so it did an extra 400 this week, but could do a little bit better there. As for the brand, the impact, the influence that one rental at a time is having, I would say it is, I don't know. I don't want to say disappointing. That's too strong of a word, but not what I was hoping for. How about that? YouTube views. We're doing about half of what I was looking for. It seems my transition to being positive has had an impact on viewership. It seems like the other YouTubers who are out there that are basically attacking, or what I call tearing people down, they get a lot of views, right? Let me tell you about this scammer or that scammer. And I won't play that game, right? I will name people when I think they're doing something good. And then if they are doing something bad, it'll be the no-named person. I still will hold people accountable. But I'm not going to be part of the let's tear people down to get views crowd. And because of that, I don't know what it is. People like negativity, I guess, not seeing the viewership. Podcast just ticked over 10,000, kind of like 3 weeks in a row. So it's hitting the goals, not seeing the growth that I was hoping for. So may have to look into that at some point. Just a tick under 100 new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm still looking for that mass inflection point. Again, when I decided to go positive versus negative, my trend line for viewers, subscribers have gone down. Like if I were to do attack videos on this or that investor, it would shoot up, I'm sure, but I'm not comfortable doing that. As for Instagram, we had a second positive week with, God, what is that, 124? That's pretty good. I think that's my biggest addition in a long time. So need to look into that, see what's going on there. But yeah, that was a highlight of the week for me for sure. As for the business of buying and selling, we did write one more offer in the MLS, even though it is a tough market. This was an old listing we took a shot at. Didn't go anywhere. We were outbid, but you know, it happens. We did look at one deal at the hub with James. And thankfully, we filled 2 offices at the hub. We have a rock star, Chris William, and team coming in, and they are going to be rounding out a very strong hub there in Fresno. Still love to get maybe an insurance agent, another flipper, you know, anybody who's willing to be positive and work at the hub. You are there. If you want to be a licensed agent and you want to use the office, great. It would, one additional strong resource or so would be a wonderful additions. As for marketing, we are wrapping that back up. We've been doing texting and cold calling for a while now. We are now designing some door hangers to send out as well. We're ramping up marketing as we head to the end of the year, because controlling inventory when inventory is low is a good idea. Did pay off some debt this week. Paid off a second that I've been carrying for a while. So we paid that off and saving $1,000. All good. We did sell a flip that we've been holding. It's been escrow for 6 weeks, I think, finally closed. Escrows are just taking longer, just because, you know, agents are typically working from home. And we also bought one. I haven't talked about this yet, but we bought a flip on Friday. This flip had been something we had targeted back in late February, early March. We kind of slow played it because we weren't sure where the market was going, but we made a decision 2 weeks ago to go, hey, let's control some inventory. So we went back at that one and we picked it up. That was pretty cool. We'll get a walkthrough video shortly for you. Didn't buy anything, didn't spend any money on anything. I might be buying some more workout equipment here shortly. Didn't do any unique experience. I've really got to do something there. This staying at home is not quite frustrating, but not fun either, if you know what I mean. So we got to do something there. As far as YouTube content, still doing 4 hours a week, still doing multiple videos a day. I do wish, you know, frankly, the channel was growing more, but I'm happy where we are. Probably always want more, probably just that salesperson mentality of mine. Didn't do a positive impact story. We actually got one that'll be recorded today at 3 o'clock. So we missed the cutoff, but we'll have one there. Need to do a better job of focusing on the small business. So if you or somebody you know owns a small business, could be a restaurant, could be retail, whatever it is, I'd love to just change it up and talk about what's going on out there. I did do an IG live stream with Urban NYC, I believe it is. She was gracious enough to have us on. We talked about real estate. We talked about the market. We talked about the book. If you have an IG Instagram account and you're in real estate and you'd love to do a live stream, reach out. I'm comfortable talking about a lot of things, and I would love to get some cross promotion in Instagram as an area where I need help. We did do a video on the 75-day hard challenge. Again, this is something I'm passionate about. It will likely be a cornerstone of a second book if I ever get around to really putting that down on paper. Because again, it's how did you do it? How did you learn one rental at a time and all of that? We did do a book on one rental at a time. Again, this is our story, follow on to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, getting great reviews, which we will talk about in a minute. Was a guest on a podcast this week and have one more scheduled Tuesday, I think. So again, we have one set up for next week, so that's cool. Sold over 100 books this week. Pretty cool. 119. One day was 73, I think. One day was 73, so pretty cool. Thank you for the Amazon reviews. Again, the biggest thank you can give me today that is free is if you've bought the book in Amazon or on Audible, is please go leave a 5-star review. Even if you just say great book, that would be awesome. There's not very many self-published authors who have over 200 reviews. We have now eclipsed that. And let's continue the march to 300. That would be so awesome. Audiobooks, we sold, what is that, 42 in the week. Again, not bad, not quite the 50 that we were looking for. I'm clearly glad that we did the Audible edition, even though that was expensive, but I'm glad we did that because, again, 800 folks are listening to it, so greatly appreciated. Audible reviews. Thank you. This is the first time we've hit this goal in a while. We got 5 Audible reviews this week. If you've listened to it on Audible, again, if you can just go in and say great book, that would be spectacular. Would be a great thank you to me. 11 people are taking the free course, which is, again, just a taste of what's to come. And again, we sold 5 paid courses, which, again, $199. It's probably the best thing for you because now is a risky time in the market. You should take this next 90 days and learn your market. It's not the time for a new investor to really plunk down unless you really know what you're doing. It could be dangerous. So that's interesting. I am working on writing another book. It isn't flowing yet, as you can see in this struggle. But I'm beating up different outlines and ideas and all of that. As I sit here right now, I'm not convinced I have another book in me, but boy, am I trying. Writing is not a strength, but we're going to give it a shot. And then again, t-shirts, I work out on them all the time. I'm proud of them. My daughters helped me design them. OneRentalAtAtime.com. You can find them. The passive income generator, the pig, is awesome. Go check out Cash Rich Asset Poor. I think that one's totally fun. And of course, the original, the OG of One Rental at a Time, No Alligator. That is one that I'm particularly proud of as well. And then donation. We've upped our donation this quarter to 2,000. That will likely be done at the end of the period because I will take intake from the book sales and all of that to make up the donation. So that's what we have for the week. Again, we're about to enter the second half. What are you going to do in the second half? 2020 has been terrible, not been a good year. Can't wait to get it over. But you and I got to go through the next 6 months. So if you're interested in real estate investing, your market's out of balance like mine is, relax. Do your homework. Figure out what a bad, average, good, and great deal are. And, that will set you up, right? If you can only do good and great deals in your market, you're going to do some big things. So if you need help with that, there's a link below. If you're good to go, just do the work. Take care, everyone.